Okay, welcome everyone to tonight's Leap of Faith on the Rise team call. It's our July kickoff, and we have a lot to kind of just give some Cliff Notes version of what's going on. June was incredible. Convention was amazing. Thanks to Shannon for doing a convention recap call last week. I think we've got most of everything that was shared at convention on the team page, whether it was a video or a speaker, some quotes, things that way we've kind of already got on the team page. So those that didn't attend, you can always go back and check it out. The other thing, so much is like already out for July, and it's only July 2nd. So we need to just real briefly, I'm going to kind of give you guys the Cliff Notes version, and then I'm going to give you some encouragement for this month. First off, I want to wrap up my kind of incentive from last month. Obviously, we did the FOMO challenge, and that is closed, and Tanya won the swag bag. Thanks to everyone who participated in that. I know that when we're at convention and people are at home, it's sometimes hard to stay motivated because you're watching from afar, but many of you did, so that is awesome. So that will be sent out. I think everything, and I'm saying this to all the leaders on here too, is caught up at this point as far as incentives, payouts, different reimbursements that we've done, things that way from before. So I say that because I want to make sure before we go into July and more things come out, that if there is anything that it's brought to my attention, obviously not on the call, but after this. So let me know if there is anything else, but I think I did get it all caught up. Okay, so what is available in July? First and foremost, the top priority is our free enrollment. July 1st through July 8th, free enrollment. We are at the second, and so far we've only added one person, so I know that that's going to grow. And I know that the 4th of July is everyone's traveling, it's vacation, it's family time, it's let's just sit back and relax a little bit. Well, let me remind you that you get to pick and choose how you want to work that. And I want to encourage you guys to make sure that you're doing your reach outs and taking advantage of this special. Because what's going to happen on July 9th is you're going to have someone come to you that maybe you could have talked to on July 3rd, and they're going to say, hey, do you still have that free enrollment? And you didn't follow up with them, and it's not available. And then you're fumbling through, what do I have to offer them? I don't have $40 off to offer them, And so right now is the time to make those reach outs and to share and invite, ATM them, talk to someone, add them on the customer page and tag them and start sharing with them so that when it comes, the 7th and 8th, Sunday and Monday, and it's those last 2 days, they've already seen information, you've already talked to them, this is follow-up, right? So I'm not asking you guys to work all day on the 4th, or even the 5th if you guys are traveling and doing family time, but I'm asking you guys to take, tonight, tomorrow, do what you can, even the 5th and 6th, and reach outs so that come Sunday and Monday, when it is that last bit of the sale, you've already had some touch points, okay? This is always one of the greatest months with special because they never want to do it just for 1 or 2 days. It's a long time. So take advantage of that. No, anyone who signs up during this period, and obviously anyone who signed up in June, gets 3 free enrollment codes that can be used until August 15th. So make sure anyone who had codes from last month aren't using them right now. Use Freedom because those codes are still good after July 8th. So just know we will still have some more codes, but they will be hopefully assigned for and helping people go silver. Okay, so that's free enrollment codes. If you have questions, unmute and just ask on that. The other thing, what's your incentive? You guys get a new pair of Nikes if you enroll 6 people. I'm super excited about this. 1, yes, it's an incentive, but 2, it is something that you can either keep for yourself, keep for your kid, or earn a pair and gift it to someone in your community. And that is a lot of talk that's been going on amongst the jewels of, hey, if this pair of shoes isn't for you, if it's not motivating to you, you know what? You're still going to work your business and you're going to grow and you earn that 6th pair, or you earn that 6th pair. That'd be really awesome. If someone earns 6 pair on this team, this is going to be a hallelujah month. But if you add 6 and you earn that pair, please, gift it forward if that's something that it's not something you want or your kids need, okay? So again, it's just adding 6 with a welcome pack. That's it. Now, note anyone who signs up in the 1st through the 8th, they can still get this, they can still qualify for this. So they're going to have 3 free codes, and anyone they sign up will obviously have 3 free codes as well. Know that there's still a huge opportunity for you to have someone to go super silver by the end of the month. Like, I need you guys thinking big, not thinking small here of like, I need 6 people. No, think I'm going to add 6 and I'm going to try to do it before the 8th so that they can all add people and they can all try to earn their shoes. Like, that's what we need to be thinking about for this month. You want to open that door to them. And maybe that, a pair of shoes isn't that exciting for someone that you add right now that isn't even getting started on their products. But maybe Fast Start is. Maybe having them go Fast Start in 14 days, making over $400 in a paycheck is exactly what they need to hear, right? Well, maybe they do that and they're halfway there and they're like, oh, that pair of Nike shoes doesn't sound too bad. That was easy in getting my first 3. Let me get 3 more, right? So don't discount the fact that you have incredible compensation plan, free enrollment codes that they're going to get, that $400, that Fast Start that is on the table, and Nikes. Don't discount what signing someone up this week can do for your business and for you to qualify for Leaders Retreat, okay? All right, moving on. We also I'm offering $20 off for all 199s, okay? So it doesn't matter what pack it is. It's for all 199s. And that is all month long. Okay. Let's see. Okay. The 2 things to help you plug people in. The first is July 11th. Is that right, Shannon? Is the online event? Okay. So that's a Thursday. Am I right? Okay. So next Thursday, we're going to have an online event on July 11th. That's your opportunity to plug all these new people in and be asking them, hey, you now have 3 free codes. Who can you invite to this event on July 11th and get plugged in? Who can you share? Friend, mom, sister, etc. Because getting people silver and getting them their first 3 should be like this. It's got to become more natural. It has to be something that we do right away. Okay. And that's on the 11th. And then the Be Active Challenge group that Becky is spearing is the 15th. And so that is going to be a 2-week, so 14-day challenge. We want to encourage a combo with Active. Obviously, a lot of people are seeing incredible results with it already. And even in weight loss and in energy and inflammation, just all the things, because it's, again, another new product that somebody's adding into their regimen and it's just making the change. So know that those combos are what we encourage, but it's not required. We obviously want them to have products to be in this group. And so if they need the triplex, y'all, it's fine to put them in this group. We want them in there. We want them to learn about the products. We want them to be encouraged. We're going to do a ton of giveaways and have a lot of fun in there. And that's where we're going to really spend the most of our time developing people. Your new ambassadors need to be in there. Your team needs to be in there, your customers, etc. That's really where we're going to educate and develop. We're going to bring in some speakers to do some lives, just educate on all things health, exercise, happiness, and choosing self-care, that kind of thing. Okay, so enroll 6 with a welcome pack. Oh, I missed one thing, sorry. 130 PV subscription, you get free shipping. Okay, so what does that mean? This is for current ambassadors and wholesalers. So for everyone on your team, everyone, and it starts with you, all your level 1s are who you talk to first, and you teach them, hey, you maybe only have 1 ambassador, but if you would let that ambassador know that they can get this free shipping if they have 130 PV, that's great. If they don't talk to them, if they're not doing the business, hopefully you have a 3-way chat from when they signed up that you initiated. Pop back on that 3-way chat and say, hey, wanted to let you know you can earn free shipping this month. This free shipping is a way to get people, 1, to order. And while you're talking to them about free shipping, why don't you try that Active? Okay. And if we can get them to take advantage of this, you guys, our points are going to come back. For someone who points, I know there's a lot of new people on here and there'll be new people that will be listening to this. I know that can get confusing, but our points have dropped since April, and they went down in May and they went down in June, but it doesn't mean that our people are not there. They're there. They're just not ordering 100 PV. They're not taking advantage of their wholesale membership into what it is. And we need to do that this month. We need to step that up and set that standard and gain some of those points back for all of us and for them so that they can hopefully earn that paycheck. Okay, so recapping. 130 PV, not dollars, earns you free shipping, and it has to be a subscription. So I just went in today and set mine for tomorrow because I need products, and so it'll ship tomorrow. And when you set up your subscription, once it hits 130 PV, the free shipping code will come off, okay? Next, Nikes, enroll 6 with a welcome pack. You get a free pair of Nikes. Online event is on July 11th to plug your people in. Be Active group starts July 15th to plug people in. The free enrollment goes until the 8th, and there's $20 off the $199 all month long. So I know that's a lot, but hopefully you guys all kind of just took your Cliff Notes version. You guys have any questions on that?
Tracy, what is the online event called on Thursday the 11th?
I don't think we have anything on it yet. We just decided yesterday.
Okay.
So we will get graphic, name, and group made for that. We'll try to have it by tomorrow, guys, but it might be the 5th with it being the holiday. But we will try. The other group is already made. Becky, did you put the link in the post of the announcement post?
No, not yet, but I will today.
Okay, we'll just pop that in the comments, and then everything is all in one, and it's not another post on the page. Thank you. Okay. All right, awesome. Well, I want to take the next like 15 minutes, maybe 20, and just kind of share with you guys like a little bit of what Shannon and I got from our Jewel training. First off, convention, you guys, for those that were there, I hope what you took away from it was like emotional. And I know that sounds like crazy to think about, but emotional, whether your bucket was filled, your belief grew, you were just moved by stories, moved by like that desire and that vision of like, hey, that's where I want to be. That's what I want to do. I hope your emotional, thermometer was moving. That's what I hope, because for me, I mean, it went all the way. And that feeling many of you probably have when you come home from convention and you're like, oh my gosh, this was so good. This was awesome. I have all this information. Now what do I do with it? And not only that, but now I'm tired, and now I need to catch up with my family, and now my laundry is, behind, and now my kids need me. And then you're back and forth in this like total like heart tug, right? Of here's what I want to do. And for those of you that are new, you're probably going to be listening to this and going, I have no clue what she's talking about. I'm not there yet. And that's okay. Hopefully you will be. But it's something that I've experienced over and over and over. And I continue to try to balance this emotion and this feeling, because my desire is in greatness. My desire is to bring people through this journey to greatness. But I'm also this person who is real and gets in these funks and this stuck of like, I don't know how to get to my greatness. Like, I'm tired. I'm a mom. I have 4 kids. I have all these games. I'm doing this and I'm doing that. And that Jewel session, like, broke that, like sliced right through those feelings and those emotions, because others became relatable to us. And so I want to share some of this of like, and just kind of ask some questions. It's not really the meat of it. It's more or less the concepts that they presented to us. And I want you guys to think about this. And then if you like want to talk further, like I want to have coaching calls with people, because I'm still stirring in these emotions and these changes and where, like, how I'm going to utilize them. So the first question they posed us, and I want to pose to you guys, is how are you defining what this opportunity means to you? Okay. For some of you, it is just a hobby, and it is just that, and it will be just that. And that is a-okay. Okay. Some of you just want your products paid for, and that's the definition. I want my products paid for, so this is what I'm going to work to get my products paid for. Great. Some of you are going, I need income. I need money. And that is not a negative. Wanting money is not a negative. And it's not even a want, it's a need for most people. And when you pass that need when you pass that like need and it becomes a want, that's also not a bad thing, right? And so you get in these positions of, okay, this is what I'm defining it as. This is what I need or what I want. How are you going to change what you do and in your actions to meet that. Okay. So how are you defining what this opportunity means to you? That's something that I want you guys to think about, because I'm still trying to define that. Like, I know I'm going to be a diamond. I know that I want to be at the top of the company, not for the mere fact of, hey, this is where I want to be, but because I want financial and time freedom for my family. Okay. Because I know that once you get there, that's what you obtain. So that's my goal. So that is what this opportunity means to me, is time and financial freedom. But what does it mean in my daily action? Okay. And moving on. And this is like kind of like how they're talking, breaking it down for us. Many people work like it's a hobby, and you will make hobby money, right? Many of you are working to earn Leaders Retreat. Do you know who goes to Leaders Retreat? Leaders. Leaders earn Leaders Retreat. People who are making hobby money don't make it to Leaders Retreat. You will just make that hobby money and you'll make it to Leaders Retreat, and then you will continue making hobby money, right? But if you want to grow your business, you are going to pour in to your Leaders Retreat, focus and how you're looking at it like a business. And that is going to change you once you're there, hopefully, right? That's why many people, everyone is still here who's been to Leaders Retreat. You're still a leader. This team is amazing. But we need to change that emotional thermometer, paradigm, whatever it is that we're looking at, and defining what this opportunity means to us. So if we are working for Leaders Retreat, it's because we want to not only qualify for Leaders Retreat, but because we want to be a leader that grows our business. Okay. So again, if you're new, you maybe aren't here at this level, but continue to hear me out, because there is a lot of really good nuggets coming just in some of the things that they were sharing with us. Okay. So when you're talking about what the difference is in working for that, your yeses build your business and your nos build you. And that is something that when you're early on and you're just learning and you get those first nos, is really hard to go, well, why not? Is it me? You take it personal. Instead of saying, I'm taking this personal, you personally grow from it instead. You're going to take that no and realize this isn't about me. There is no emotional attachment to their yes or no. No emotional attachment. You cannot have that, because when someone says yes, it propels you to keep going to get more yeses, right? And that's what's going to grow your business. The no's can paralyze you. It has many of us many times, especially when it comes from someone you really love in your family that tells you no and doesn't want to do this with you. It may hold you back, but you need to learn to build from that and grow in that. So continue on getting those yeses. And I shared that small piece and that nugget because I remember that first time that I was told no. And it was Chris who told me, he's like, are you going to let that one person define you and where you go in this business because they told you no? So just remember that. Don't let someone that tells you no hold you back. Another question. And again, know that what I'm sharing is just notes that I took. And I just want you to keep asking yourself this. I still don't have the answers to this. I still don't, I'm still struggling with those emotions and these feelings. And the question is, what are you afraid of? What are you afraid of in this business? Yes, as an Emerald, I'm still scared, y'all. I am still scared many times when I meet for coffee, many times when I go for a lunch. I still pray every time that I'm in the car before I go in to have these meetings. Give me the words to add value to these people's lives. And if in the end they become part of Plexus, then I know that the Lord will bless them in that, right? I don't want to have this coffee or this lunch or whatever just for the sake of getting a sale, okay? So what are you afraid of is the question. What you're afraid of is actually holding you back from your full potential. And it's those big statements that make me go, you're right. We were made for greatness. We were made for incredible potential. But when we let what we're afraid of hold us back, we are the only person in the way. It's not our sponsor. It's not our team. It's not who signs up and doesn't want to go silver. It's no one else but ourselves. And that's what we need to remember, because if you conquer fear, you have the authority to set others free. That statement stuck with me, and I've written it down 3 different times, and I have it on a sticky note now. When you conquer fear, you have the authority to set others free. The fear of meeting with someone, the fear of talking to someone on the phone, the fear of going and doing your own training video, whatever your fear is, when you conquer that, someone is going to watch it, someone is going to say yes, and you are going to set them free, free of pain, free of struggles, free of financial struggles, all of that. You have the authority in this. Like, this is a God-ordained business. And if you haven't seen that yet, go to convention. Everyone gives him glory. Everyone, shouts from the rooftop that he is in this. And so you need to see that you have that authority, and it is given to us. And this opportunity is it's our vehicle. It's our avenue to do that. Okay, another question. How many of you are good at what you do? How many of you are good at what you do? You're good at being a mom. You're good at being a teacher. You're good at being a wife. You're good at sports. A lot of you are really, really good at things. This is why we're on this call. I mean, our team's pretty awesome. Let's just be real. We are really good. And we show up. We qualify for things. Our team earns things. Obviously, I was the one up there, but it doesn't mean that it was me. Being a top enroller in the company, you guys, there was only 50-some people that were up there. Our team became a top enroller in the convention contest. We did this. We are good. But there's something that we haven't realized, and that's that we're great. And that is something I haven't even realized, because guess what? Your good is your enemy. And I think it was Bob Heilig that was the one that was telling us this. And he says, your good becomes the enemy of your great because your good becomes enough. Well, it doesn't need to be enough. You are made for greatness, and your good becomes something that, I mean, guys, I've been good for 2 years. I've been good at being emeralds. Like, weirdly enough, that's what, like, Bob told me. I've been good at it. I've maintained emerald. We've continued to earn it, qualify for it, and I'm going to Hawaii again. That's good. But that's not what this opportunity is defining for me. It's financial freedom and time freedom. And granted, I'm not there yet. So my good and being okay at where I am is not enough. And I realize that. And I'm not saying that where you're at is not enough, and that it's not, and that you're at a, what's the word? That you're at a roadblock, because you're not. But if it's where you are for where you're supposed to be, then obviously God is going to teach you something in that moment. Like, we all have been in those moments where he's teaching us something, right? But what happens when we're good is we stop moving forward. We stop reading our personal development books. We stop investing in ourselves, whether like it was our 90-day run that we just did this year, which is one of the hugest things that have changed me. You stop investing in yourself, and you stop with that self-care. Maybe you stop taking your products consistently. Maybe you stop exercising because you were getting good. Maybe you were at the weight you wanted, so you stopped eating healthy. Well, because you were good. What happens is when you're good at something, you actually give yourself that, like, well, I can stop now. I don't need to keep going. And when you're good at something, then you start going, well, this is what I'm good at, but she's better at that. So I'm not going to do that because I'm good at this, but she's better. She can do this. She can do this. Then you start the comparison trap. And you continue to stay exactly where you are because you don't see that greatness in yourself. And I mean, Bob was so good at being like pretty real with all of us and going, this is the second time I've spoken to you leaders, because he spoke to us in Hawaii. And he's like, nothing's changed in, I mean, yes, obviously some people promoted and grown, and yes, but his whole concept was the message is still the same. Like, we have a purpose in this business. And even if you are here because you just need a little bit of extra income, you still have a purpose in that. Your purpose is to help your family, right? So Evett, the story from today, and this kind of ties into the concept that Bob was sharing, was that everything you do with love and serving others, because that's what God's asked you to do. And you have gifts, right? God's given me gifts. God's given you guys gifts, and we can use them how we want. So today I had a lunch date, and just that was like it was a planned out lunch date. Someone who I had reached out to and said, hey, I want to talk to you about Plexus. This is a mom of a kid at my school. And I would love to just share it with you. She's like, great. I actually don't know a lot about it. I would love to meet up with you. You guys, this lunch was one of the coolest, like, growth lunches for me, because I sat across the table and we told basically our whole life story, you know, in like an hour and 20 minutes. Found out how met her husband, kids, you know, where they're from, what she does. And I said the same thing. And she's been watching me from Facebook, and she says, what you do is different. How you share is different. And she said, I love that we can sit here and talk and like add value to each other and motivate one another. And I'm like, yes, you guys, that was the whole purpose of my lunch. Like, there are many times you can go to lunch with friends who like you were dear friends with, but once you get past talking about your husband and your kids, where does it go? Nowhere. That happens a lot. And that's okay. That doesn't mean that those relationships aren't important, aren't valid or validated. But how many times do you go to a lunch or you talk to someone when your intention is, yes, I want to share Plexus with them, but you walk away going, dude, that was just a gift from the Lord. Like it was. I shared my gifts, she shared hers, and if it's down the road, she becomes a part of Plexus, then again, the Lord will bless that. Like, he will. But this was just another avenue for me to be me, share my gifts. And now I have someone, when I see them in the hallways at school, when we're there for kids' things, like, this mom gets me. Like, we are cheering each other on. And that is just something that I would not have had I not reached out to her because of Plexus, or for Plexus. She really was a potential. And now she's, you know, hopefully something more, right? So just think about those things, those little phone calls even, or maybe even a meeting, that's what that could turn into for you. We have to change the way we view what we do to change their perception. So when I sat down with her, it was kind of funny, and I started talking with her about it. Her perception of network marketing is mamas who want some extra money. And that's all it is. She's like, you do it differently. I was like, no, I don't. I do the same thing that everyone else does. I just do it day in and day out because my goals are bigger. That's the only difference, you guys. I don't do anything different than the rest of you do. And when she said that, I was like, no, that's not what this industry is, right? Like, I love this industry. And yes, it is giving those people a little bit of extra income so they get their hair done, get their nails done, not have guilt with that, you know, pay for their products. You guys, that is great. But that is the perception of what this industry is. But that is not Plexus. Plexus is bigger. It is mission-based. It is purposeful. And it was a great opportunity for me to share that with her. And I got to say, oh no, it's totally different. And that's okay that you believe that. I get that, because that is the perception, right? But we have that opportunity to change that perception in our posts, in how we share, and how we reach out, and making sure that when we sell someone, because that's what we do, you know, a bag of Slim or even the triplex, that it's not a sale. That is a person who wants a change, and you can encourage and provide them that. Now, yeah, we can't handhold everybody. They might not take it. They may be not consistent. That you don't have control over, right? So those are the people we do have to let go. But everyone that's on here, I'm looking for the most part. I know everybody that's on here. But it was a direct relationship with me or with another face that's on here or another person on this team. Because they stayed the course with you. They talked you through the detox. They worked with you. They added value in your life, and you get to do the same to other people. Okay? So again, continue to change that perception in all your posts and all you do, because we want to continue to be different. And I think that's how we have such great retention on this team. I mean, we have that team culture, and that is how we, you know, encourage one another. And I think that we've built that with our weekly team calls. As much as they seem crazy that we have one every week, you guys, teams don't do this. They're like, you do what? I was like, yeah, team call every week, almost 4 years now. Yep, that's what we do. We show up and we provide value. And sometimes there's 3 of us. Sometimes there's 20 of us. Sometimes we just chit chat, talk about our kids, or, you know, how we want to pull our hair out, whatever. Other times we get into the meat of this of like, holy moly, I'm so stirred tonight. Like, I've been so stirred since convention that I like, it's just been wanting just to pour out, right? Like there's so much of this. I still am reading constantly, all the stuff that I've taken from that. And this is the meat. This is the heart of what we do. And many of you have seen, hopefully, if you haven't already, the Mel Robbins message from convention. I think many people that are here have. But she just talks about the 5-4-3-2-1 method. And it's awesome. It is so great. But really what she's speaking into is like you having courage. And if you haven't seen that, you really need to watch that training. It's awesome. I think it's on the team page. If not, I'll get it. I know we've added a lot of posts, but what she's really saying is you have to be courageous enough to do more than what you know you should do, right? We all know what we need to do. We know what we need to do in our business. Everyone who needs to go to Leaders Retreat typically knows what they need to do, but the will to do it is not necessarily there. And that, I mean, she talks about that in like, we know we need sleep. We know we need to eat healthy. We know we need to exercise. We know we need to drink our water. We know we need to sit down and, spend time on our business and reach out to people. Yeah, all that stuff we know we need to do, but we don't always do it. We hold ourselves back. It is all internal. And this, again, goes back to those first questions. How do you define this opportunity? What are you afraid of? Like, all of this is so internal in the what we do every single day, right? And I think that it's important to know that what you do is great, right? What you do is enough for you. I'm not telling you need to be like me. No one who just signed up, no one who's been in this business for 4 years with me. We're all on a different total level. I get that. But I'm also someone who, as Sadie says it, we talk about this all the time, I'm playing small. Like, truth is, I am. I've gotten good at what I do. Like, and I know that, and I don't say that to sound conceited, but you guys, nothing's changed in 4 years. I know what the work I need to do, and it is reach out to people, and it's follow up, and it's stay consistent. And when I do, I earn the incentives. I rank Emerald. We go to Hawaii. We earn the big checks. We do those things because as a team, we are doing what we're supposed to, right? But that's not enough anymore for me. Like, I'm ready to be great. I'm ready to be Sapphire. I'm ready to be Diamond. But here's the thing. None of that matters because that's what I want. Like, we talked about this at, Shannon and I don't remember where we were, but we were just talking about how, it's not okay to be at the top without the people who got you there, right? What fun is it to be in Hawaii? And I'm serious about this. You guys are gonna laugh. But what fun is it to be in Hawaii when you don't have the team that got you there? My first year was great. I felt like, yes, we did it. I was Emerald. I was so proud of it. Second year sucked. Third year, can't freaking wait. Shannon's gonna be there and hopefully Nicole will be too. That is something to celebrate, you guys. But what happens next year at convention? We already have people signing up already because convention is already open, which is fantastic. But what happens next year when you go? Do you want someone with you from your team, or are you going back just yourself again? It's not worth going yourself again. You know what you're doing? You're going back and you want to bring 5, 10, 15 people. We should be there next year with 50 people. We should be a Diamond team and we should have 50 people, no question. We should, because I fully believe that we are capable of that. Like, I can't even tell you how excited I am for the Summer of Silvers. And I know that some people are still learning that they're invited, like all the numbers are still working out, but the majority of my team is who's going to be there. And I can't freaking wait because you guys, that's on a Diamonds team. On a Diamond levels team, the majority is going to be ours. And I'm so proud of that. And especially when it's like a level 1 and it's only 1 through 4 and it passes me at 2. So we're talking 2 levels. Her 3 and 4 are going to be the majority of the people that are going to be there. And that's just the beginning. I know that here's what I can tell you. We had 11, 12 people earn Leaders Retreat last year or more. 11 or 12 got to go. I have no doubt, because I know this team, we could have 20 people at Leaders Retreat. But do you know what I see right now? I see that 2 people will probably qualify. That's what I see. And I'm not saying that to be like, oh gosh, that's harsh. Well, that's what June has showed us. That's what I see. Doesn't mean that's what's going to happen, because I fully believe that that you guys are going to work to be there. But the numbers and the actions and the points aren't there yet. So if that's what you desire, we have to dig deep for everything that corporate has given us. Free enrollment. Let's earn a pair of Nike shoes. You know, I'm offering $20 off your $199s. You guys have to go back to, I don't need points. I don't need leaders retreat. I don't need to qualify for this or that. I need to change a life. I need to use the gifts God gave me to help someone, to encourage someone, to add value in their life. And in every single day, if that is what you're doing and you're serving others, you will be blessed with people who join you on the Plexus journey. I absolutely believe that. So I will end with this, because I'm already crying. I always cry. We know this. Is that your journey is completely different than mine. Everybody's. But it is important, and it is special, and it is yours. It is yours. You have to be inspired within. Whether it's me, whether it's you're watching a diamond, whether it's you're watching something from convention, or Mel Robbins giving you the courage to get out of bed early, or to pick up the phone and call someone and start. I don't care what it is that it takes. But I feel like we've been saying this over and over and over. And I want you guys to take a hold of this emotional piece to this business and change it. End of the day, we are all going in the same direction. Hopefully, because that's what this team does. We are moving. The momentum is building. We're growing. And we are going to the top. It is a given. I absolutely believe it. And I want people on the same train. I want people going and growing too. And yes, I know that God's timing is everything. Trust me. I've seen him show up in all kinds of things in his timing. And that's just the way it is. And that's what I'm trusting right now. And I just want to make sure that you guys are just kind of taking that moment tonight and in this next few days to, you know, it is kind of this whole like freedom thing. We are obviously celebrating that now this week. You know, Shannon's been sharing the thing on the customer page, which I think adds really good value there too. But what does freedom mean to you? Financial freedom, time freedom, all of it. It's a big picture. And I just feel like we've taken that emotion out and got in the mundane of, I'm going to reach out to people. I'm going to do my IPAs. I'm going to work really hard because I want to rank. Yeah, we all want that. But you guys, if we just took that away for the little bit, I know that God is going to bless this like beyond our wildest dreams. So that's what I have to share with you tonight. Does anybody have questions about July and about the specials or anything that way? Okay. Thank you guys for being on and always listening to me ramble and my emotions and my tears. I love you guys.
Thanks, Tracy.
You're welcome. Good night, guys.